Good morning. It's April 20th, and it's time for our daily dose of good news, which is from 2 John today, verses 1 through 6. And in this, they reference an elder lady. And what they mean by that is referencing the church. And they're speaking about the church as if the church is an elder lady. The elder to the elect lady and her children, whom I love in the truth. And not only I, but also all who know the truth, because of the truth that abides in us and will be with us forever. Grace, mercy, and peace be with us from God the Father and from Jesus Christ, the Father's Son, in truth and in love. I was overjoyed to find some of your children walking in the truth, just as we have been commanded by the Father. But now, dear lady, I ask you, not as though I were writing you a new commandment, but one we have had from the beginning. Let us love one another. And this is love, that we walk according to his commandments. This is the commandment, just as you have heard it from the beginning. You must walk in it. Here ends the reading. It's a short passage, but repetitive in the verb walk 3 times in this passage of only 6 verses. And I think that's a great thing for us to reflect upon today, because walking requires some energy. Not a ton, not as much as sprinting or running a marathon, but it does require some energy. It does require some movement. It does require a change from sitting statically or stagnantly in one spot. And so I think an invitation to walk on a beautiful day like today is a great invitation for us to consider. And I'd like you to think about this in 2 ways. This letter is written to the church and into the congregation of this church. And it's about showing love and grace and mercy and truth to one another. And I'm struck by the idea of the gentleness of a walk, of a stroll, of walking alongside someone else or walking yourself and leaving a path for others to follow. So I invite you today to think about 2 ways that you might walk as a Christian, which embodies love and grace and mercy and peace. Specifically, love, grace, mercy, and peace. And how your walk, the steps in your life, the actions you do, might leave footprints for others who are watching your walk, or for maybe others who follow after you, whether those are your children or grandchildren or friends or neighbors or whomever might be watching your walk. Do they see grace and mercy and peace and love in your steps? And how do they see that? What actions do you do in your daily movement in your life that embody that and which characterize that? And that may be something that you do solo in your own actions. And then I think the second part I'd like you to think about is, who are you walking with? Who are you strolling next to that maybe you have by the hand? Or maybe you have your arm around their shoulders or your arm around their waist? Or maybe you're just walking quietly next to them. In whatever pain or discomfort or suffering they might be experiencing, whatever trauma they're trying to get through, whatever loneliness overtakes them, or fear, or boredom, I ask that you think about someone whom you can stroll next to today, and that by your actions you can engage with and maybe reach out to. And you might have a multitude of ways that you can think of to do that, but I'm struck by the idea of it can be as easy and as gentle as taking a walk. Okay? You all are a congregation who is kind and thoughtful, and I always smile when we need to shift the pews and turn them in a different direction, and you all readily engage in that and move the pews or move the chairs and jump in and do that. And that doesn't take much of your time, but it's greatly appreciated. And I'd like you to think of your Christian walk today in the same way. What can you do that's kind of right in front of you, that doesn't require a ton of effort or your time, but that you can do and that can make a difference, can change the perspective maybe of someone else and turn them in a new direction from where they were facing, that maybe demonstrates to others your footprints heading in another direction from what they see in the world around us. Your actions matter. And walking is important, or they wouldn't have mentioned it 3 times in this letter to the church. So please think about your walk today. Please engage thoughtfully and intentionally on your walk today and ask God to help you walk in the way you're supposed to, the way God calls you to, in the way God nudges you, whether that is modeling for others or your own enjoyment of your walk with God, or whether you're walking alongside a brother or sister in Christ, or maybe just a brother or sister in humanity. Enjoy the walk and enjoy your day. May God be in all of it richly. Bye-bye.